Hey guys, so this is a pretty serious video. You can probably tell by the title. So, trigger warning, I am going to be talking about, things dealing with the sexual assault. So if that could be triggering to you, I would either ask that you don't watch this video or you proceed with caution. I'm not really going to be talking about an actual sexual assault, but more of the things that happen after a sexual assault if you do report it, kind of what happens more with the police and at the doctors at the hospital and all that. I am talking about a personal experience, so obviously all situations are different and it's not going to be exactly the same, but this is just to kind of give you a feel of what it might be like if you ever find yourself in this situation, which I hope you don't. I really, really hope no one watching this video ever does, but unfortunately, violence against trans people is something that's real, and so is violence against people in general. So I did want to make this video just in case it may help someone. I know when I'm going into things, I prefer to have a little bit of an idea of what it might be like, whereas when this all happened, I didn't know what was going to happen or how it was going to be. So that's why I'm making this video, just to kind of give a feel of what it might be like, give a little bit of an idea of how that could all go and what to expect. Again, this is a personal experience, so I mean, I'm good, I'm okay, I'm past it, and I'm always here to talk if anyone wants to talk or needs to talk. But as far as just general conversations about what I'm talking about in this video, I'd prefer if we kept those to a minimum, just be kind and all that. This is very personal. It's not too hard to film, but it is pretty hard to put out there. Last thing I want to say before I get into it is this case never went to court or anything like that, so I can't really talk about that, but I can talk about the things that happened immediately after. So like the police and the hospital. Okay, so 3 minutes of disclaimers there, sorry about that, but let's just get into it. First things first, I wasn't the one who reported this incident. It was actually my friend, someone very close to me. So my friend took me from where the incident happened to her house. She was the one I called, and she came and got me, took me to her house. That's where she called the police. The police came to her house, and they also went to where the incident happened. When the police got to her house, they asked me some general questions about what happened, took some notes on that. The paramedics came and just did very basic exam while I was still at the house. Just kind of asked me some questions, wanted to see if I had a concussion. I had a head injury, so because of that, they decided they would take me in the ambulance. If it weren't for the head injury, I believe they would have just taken me in the cop car, but I'm not 100% sure. They may have let someone drive me, like they may have let my friend drive me. I don't know exactly, but yeah. They did tell me because of the head injury they wanted to take me in the ambulance. My friend, I know the police talked to my friend a little bit too, and then the paramedic asked my friend to ride in the ambulance with me. So she was able to ride in the ambulance with me to the hospital. We got to the hospital, went to the ER. I should say first, the paramedic did ask me some questions in the ambulance, just about me, like my name and all that, tried to get all my information. If you are transgender and you have a legal name that is different from your preferred name, they do want your legal name. But if you just tell them what your preferred name is, they should respect that. I should say that I did not do that. I did not tell them I was transgender or anything like that, so I can't really speak on that much, but they should respect your preferred name and your preferred pronouns. They will need your legal name and your legal sex, but they should respect what you prefer after all that's handled. So we got to the ER, the doctor came, checked out my head, but that was about it. They took me, the cop was there pretty much the whole time. Not in my room or anything, but just outside. If you're under 18, they are going to need to notify your parent or guardian, but if you're 18 or older, sorry, I just can't talk right now. If you're 18 or older, no one has to know if you don't want anyone to know, or if, whoever you want to know can know, but it's up to you who knows and who doesn't know and all that. So they had special doctors to perform the rape kit. Doctors who specialized in that, and based on the nature of the sexual assault, they decide what parts of the rape kit they need to perform and stuff like that. So I waited for quite some time in the ER, and then they eventually took me to another room, more private room. Back in the back, it had its own little waiting area, and then it had a questioning room, and where you talk to the detective, and it had the room where they performed the rape kit. It took the two women, there were two of them, it took the two women who do the rape kit a little bit to get over there. They didn't work at that hospital. They moved around different locations, so they did have to come in. But they did specialize in that. They had me sign some papers, and to be completely honest, I was kind of out of it. I don't exactly remember what those papers were, but they do make a point to explain to you everything that's going on and all that, and they have you sign some papers. I should say, they may encourage you to get the rape kit, but you don't have to do anything that you don't want to, obviously. So if you don't want that, you don't have to do it. If you don't want the cops involved, you don't have to. Like, they'll come and question you and stuff, but obviously if you don't want that, then you just kind of end it there. You have a lot more say in that once you're over 18, though, I should say. So when they took me into while I was waiting for the rape kit, they had a detective come talk to me, and she had an assistant. They talked to me, got as many details as they possibly could, and all that, and then they also talked to my friend. The ladies did the rape kit. They try to make you as comfortable as possible. They tell you everything that's going on before it happens. They let you know exactly what's going on and all that. The whole rape kit took maybe, like I said, I was kind of out of it. I don't exactly remember, but it wasn't super duper long. A little bit uncomfortable, but like I said, they try to make you as comfortable as possible. They didn't do everything that they possibly could have in a whole rape kit, because it didn't call for everything. But yeah, so they could be a little bit longer, I guess, but they do what they need to do. They won't do what they don't need to do, basically. So yeah, I was at the hospital probably for a total of maybe 7 hours. It was a long day, but not all of that was talking to doctors and all that stuff. A lot of that was actually just laying in the hospital bed with my friend there and talking to her and stuff like that. So it wasn't like it wasn't totally just all business and stuff like that. So after that was all done, finally got to go home. They did take my phone simply because there were messages on there that had to do with the case. I got my phone back maybe 3 days later or so. The detective came to my house once to talk to me at my house and get more information on everything. Like I said, though, it never went to court, so that was kind of the end of that. But that was my decision. So basically that's all I have to say about that, just to give you a little idea of what it's like after a sexual assault, after you report it, kind of dealing with the cops and everything that goes on at the hospital and all that. I would highly encourage you to report something like that, just for your own safety, so that it doesn't happen again. That person doesn't do it again to you. That person doesn't do it to someone else. And just for your own safety, so that you can get the medical and psychiatric help that you need if something like that were to happen. And yeah, so I hope that no one ever needs this video, to be honest, but if someone does, then there you go. And I'm always here if anyone needs to talk or wants to talk about anything, or wants a little bit more information on anything that I said. Yeah, I hope you all are doing well. Stay safe. Love you all. Talk to you soon. Take care. Peace.